I'm out today trying to do a little bit of otter spotting. It's very rare that you actually see the otter itself, but what you do see are signs. It leaves the clues behind. What I want to do today is hopefully share some of those with you. So first of all, let me just show you the habitat a little bit. It's a lowland farmland river. It's quite a meandering little brook. It eventually gets itself into the River Severn via another river. It's on a farm. It's next to a roughly grazed meadow, which is only used for grazing during the summer months. But the river itself is quite a silty bottom. It's quite deep during the centre. It's in flood at the moment. It's not normally this wide. It's normally only 8 to 10 feet wide. I don't know if you can see there, where you've got the grasses in the centre of the image and the bank. That's normally about how wide it is, but at the moment it's in complete flood. And you can see there's fallen trees into the river. They make good hidey holes for the otters called holts. They tuck themselves up in there. But yeah, just generally it's a normal lowland river. Hopefully we can go and find some clues to share with you. Just one other thing I want to point out is when I've had sightings of otters along this river, they've not actually been just swimming along in the main body of the river. They actually forage. So in the grasses at the edge of the banks, they spend an awful lot of time, well, foraging, rooting around. So it's always worth just watching those for a little while, just seeing if you can hear any rustling or splashes, because in there they are hunting for the amphibians, crayfish, which is the main diet in this particular river, I think. Just to back that up again, on the bank over here we have more crayfish remains. Now again, this one appears to be relatively fresh. Antennas are still flexible. It's still moist inside. It's not dried out in any way, but that's all that's left of that particular crayfish, just the head. But again, I'm still on the same river. Just keep an eye out on these little channels down the sides in between the grasses. Look out for the grasses moving, because very often it'll just be a little hump or a splash or even a trail of bubbles that you'll see, which will give you the clue. Buzzard over in the background there. But yeah, just keep an eye out on the banks and the verges, because I've not seen them using the main body of water around here. It's always been in the undergrowth. Just been keeping an eye out for otter signs on this local stretch of river. I know there's otters present, I've seen them before, but I've just found now a lovely set of clues, all relative close together, on the edge of the river. Now the first thing, right on the bank, is the slide. See there clearly through the undergrowth is a slide. And not only is the slide, but you can see a relatively clear path. See the darker shadows bit through the middle, just through here, where the otter basically is cutting out a meander in the river, so it's a bit of a shortcut. Now the other thing, if you spotted over there, is a flat patch of grass. Now heading over to the flat patch of grass, there's an otter been lying down here, and I'm guessing he's lay down here to eat. Now I'm guessing that because in the grass, crayfish remains. These are really fresh. I would possibly say they're from today, because still plenty of meat left on there. The whole body's pretty much intact. The head is missing. Decent sized crayfish, to be honest. And the other key sign, so I go back over to the slide, is there's a number of spraints around the area. So I'm guessing this little area is quite a regular haunt for this otter. The river's in flood at the moment, as you can see. It's normally only quite a narrow river. But yeah, I just thought I'd share those few otter signs with you. Something to look out for. I was very lucky to find everything in one small area.